Hey Stampers, welcome to Brandy's Cards. So are you guys ready for another 10 and 20? Well, I'm excited about it. Celebration just finished and it was a huge success. It was very exciting and I hope that all of you guys enjoyed it too. Stampin' Up! Had some really great items in that catalog, and so I know we're all excited about the spring catalog, and spring is finally here. So I'm ready for a 10 and 20, and I've picked out some bold, bright colors. However, you can do this card in any colors that you would like. I highly recommend the Color Coach, the Stampin' Up! Color Coach. You can see the colors that complement each other, and that's exactly what I used for this. So really excited about this card. So excited to have you all with me. And again, so I have prepared everything ahead of time as far as cutting all of my product and getting everything ready. And this is really not about how fast I can get the cards done, but more so the process that it takes for me to make the cards in 20 minutes. With celebration coming to a close, I have lots of thank yous. So thank you all for your friendship, for your business, for your emails. I truly appreciate it. And so I'm excited to make some cards for you and send them to you right away. So, all right, so you guys ready? I know some of you are timing me out there. So go ahead and you guys can start your clocks now, okay? So what I have here is I have 10 pieces of Whisper White cardstock, and I'm just gonna go ahead and fold these in half. And now what colors do I have here? Well, I have, the cardstock I have is Real Red, Pumpkin Pie, and Whisper White. Now, what I have chosen to do is grab Tangerine Tango for my card, and I'll show you how I did that exactly. But right now, all I'm doing is folding the card in half. I've already pre-cut it. You can absolutely pre-score this card and prep your paper, but you know, I just find that I move along a little bit faster just folding in half and getting it done. So whatever works best for you is perfect. So don't get too tripped up on that. So let's go ahead and we're just gonna keep folding it. It looks like I've got one more to do. And if I have any time at the end, I did bring out an envelope. Now I haven't tried it, but we'll give it a try. Stamp an envelope to match. All right, so I have some scrap paper right here. And the stamp set that we're using today is a fabulous one. It's called Creative Elements. Take a look at this. I really like the stamp set. So we're gonna use this swirly do, and we're also gonna use this butterfly, which is really, really pretty. So I'm gonna set that aside. I have my Tangerine Tango. I just pulled up some scrap paper. And so now you can see here on this sample, I wanted the swirlies to kind of come out alongside of this circle. So this is exactly how I did that. You're gonna ink it up, and I started over here at the top, and I just sort of made my way all the way around the card. And you know what? I did not, you know, don't worry about it overlapping and that sort of thing. I think sometimes we can get kind of tripped up with that. And in all honesty, this card, you know, could be unique. Just, you know, each one could be completely different depending on how you stamp it. So just don't get tripped up with that because it's really not that important. So, you know, what is important though is I found that it is prettier when you can see the swirls alongside of the circles. So just keep that in mind when you're stamping it, that if you stamp it too close, you know, towards, what do I want to say, towards the side here, then you're not going to see the swirls come out of the bottom of your circle. So that is important when it comes to that. So I'm just inking this up with these new firm foam pads. They are fabulous. And it doesn't take much to get them inked up, which I absolutely love them. And some of you guys might be wondering how to re-ink them or if you can emboss with them, and you absolutely can. And Stampin' Up! Has a wonderful video showing you exactly how to re-ink them and and that sort of thing, and basically telling you all the benefits of these firm foam pads. They are fantastic, and you can find them in Brandy's Cards. And where can you find them? That's right, if you go up to the search tab and you type in firm foam pads or stamp pads, that video will come up. It is fantastic. So I really, I do recommend that you watch it if you have some time. So let's see, I've got two more to do here, and then we will move on to the next part of our card. So I just think this is super, super pretty. And you can do this in any colors that you would like. You know, I want to try it in eggplant. I think eggplant and maybe like a light lavender, maybe Wisteria Wonder would be gorgeous. They would complement each other beautifully. But I haven't tried it yet. So if one of you guys try it, you'll have to email me the picture because I'd love to see it. All right, so I have 10 of my bases stamped. So now what am I going to do? I am going to cut some circles. So you can see here that I have the Stampin' Up! Framelit circles, and I have used, let's see, starting from the outside, I'm going to use circle number 2, circle number 4, and circle number 6. Those are the 3 circles that I'm going to use today. And that is just a magnetic sheet that I put them on to show you guys here today. I'm going to go ahead and move this aside. We have the big shot over here. I have some real red cardstock. Now, again, I have pre-cut 8 of these, but you know, because this is not really about how fast I can cut product for you and that sort of thing, but more so to show you my process of making you guys thank you notes and preparing and that sort of thing. So I've got a magnetic platform here. I've put 2 pieces of pumpkin pie cardstock, and I have got my circle, and the middle circle is going to be, let's see, 4, circle 4. So circle 4 is going to be pumpkin pie, and I'm just going to go ahead and run that through the big shot really quick, and that should punch out 2 circles beautifully. And let's see here, look at that, they just popped right out, fantastic. I'm going to set that aside, and now I've got my big circle, okay, and we're going to use real red cardstock. And so I'm just putting my magnetic platform down, an acrylic cutting pad, and then my framelits, and now my top acrylic pad. Now make sure you do put your framelit the right way. I've had ladies call me and say, why does it leave this indentation, or am I doing this right? You want to make sure that you put the kind of the little lip facing downward, so that way it cuts right, okay? So here we go. We have one more. Here is the, I think that's number 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, yep, circle number 6. And now I have to go back and count each time. So I have 1 piece of cardstock here, and you know, I'm gonna fold it in half, which is okay. We're just gonna fold it in half, and then we'll use this piece to cut, because we need 2 of these white circles. And there's no reason to run it through, you know, twice, and we can get more done running it through once. We can get 2. Now I wouldn't try more than 2 sheets of paper, and yes, I have tried it. Doesn't work very well. The 3rd one typically will not cut out, okay? So here we go. We've got our circles, and here's my my other pre-cut circles. Those are already done. So I'm just going to line all of these up so that I have a clean workspace. I find that is also very, very important, that you have a clean workspace and that you can move along quickly. So this is the kind of the fun part. I loved how this pumpkin pie popped right off of these circles, or off of the red. And then, of course, when you add the white, it's like, wow, it just really, really pops. It's quite a cool looking little bullseye there. So what I'm doing now is I am just taking some Tombow, and I am just going to center all of my circles, and that's it. So if you just hang tight with me here, we'll get all of these done. That's right. Now, how can you find this card? Maybe you're watching this video and this is the first time that you've visited Brandy's Cards. Well, if that's the case, go up to the search bar on brandyscards.com, and in that search bar, type in Creative Elements. Creative Elements would be 1. You could type in there Butterfly. You could also type in there Express Yourself. So Express Yourself, some of you guys are like, what is that stamp set? Well, that's actually a Hostess stamp set. And let me pull it up here real quick. I think I marked it so that I could show it to you. It's really, really pretty. Honestly, I think it's one of my favorites. It's right here on page 205 in your big catalog. See right here, page 205? I love sentiments and greetings. So if you don't have a catalog and you would like one, please send me an email. I would love the opportunity to earn your business. Would love to send you a catalog and answer any questions that you have. So just shoot me an email and let me know, and I will get that to you right away. But Express Yourself is fantastic. And the reason is we always need sentiments and we always need greetings. And that is one thing that I enjoy doing when the girls come over for a stamp camp or a class, is I always set out multiple greetings because, you know, we all have different things going on in our lives. And the nice thing about that stamp set is it kind of hits them all, which is fantastic. And they're not too big either. A lot of times ladies will email me and say, hey, you know, will these work with my punches? Are they going to fit? And the nice thing about that Hostess set is they do fit. So type in Express Yourself in the search bar, and that will come up. Now, some of you have asked me too, what does hostess rewards or that sort of thing mean? Basically, those are, benefits or rewards that Stampin' Up! Gives you based on your order. So for a $150 order, you can earn hostess benefits, and you can see that there in the back of your catalog. So just take a look. It's around page 205. And if you have any questions, just let me know. They're exclusive stamp sets. That will go away shortly because the retired list is coming. That's right. So you guys will need to stay tuned for that. And I'm super excited. The new catalog will be out in June. That's right. So we have a little bit of time here to wait for it. But all right. So I have one more circle to make. That's right. Last circle. I promise you. I promise you. All right. Here we go. We're going to stick this circle on here. I'm going to put a little Tombow glue. And we are done. All done with that. So now the next thing we're going to do is we are going to take this really pretty butterfly, and I'm just going to make sure it's clean here. And this butterfly is also in the Creative Elements stamp set. And I'm going to stamp it in orange on, actually, you know what? Before I do that, I'm going to back up and I'm going to pull up my cutting board. So check this out. How did I make this so it looked nice on here? Let me just move that out of the way, find some space. So what you're going to do is you are going to you're going to look at the 3 inches. And this is actually very, very easy to do. So you're going to take and put your circle right here on the edge, and you're going to cut down, that's right, at 3 inches. And so that one, let's just recut that one real quick. And so you're going to cut down on 3 inches. And that will give you the perfect cut. Now what I was getting ready to do, and I almost did it, and pretty much all the girls did it at my class too, as I was getting ready to stamp my butterfly, and then what would happen is then you would had to have cut around your butterfly, and it's not as easy to do, but you certainly can do it. So if you stamp your butterfly first by accident, it's easy to do. Don't worry too much about it. It is an easy fix. Well, not totally easy, but easy enough. So it's not too bad. So what I'm doing is I'm just lining the red circle up at 3 inches because the circle, everything looks the same. You don't have to worry about exactly where you place it. Just make sure that the red piece of the circle is on 3 inches. All right. Last one. Here we go. Perfecto. That is it. So we'll just save all these scraps over here on the side, and then I'll put my cutting board back down here on the floor. And now what we're going to do is we can go ahead and stick these on the card. Now you can do it however you would like. I personally like these popped up, but you certainly don't have to pop them up. Now you'll see here I've got my Stampin' Dimensionals, and for those of you that use all of your Stampin' Dimensionals and you go around the edge and you're like, wow, there's still some on the edge. There is. So make sure you take your scissors and just kind of go around and cut those, because those are all fantastic pieces that you can absolutely use. Okay, so let's start here from this right side, and I'm just going to probably put 3 on each. No, nothing too crazy. I really like dimension on things, so if you've seen my videos before, you know that I really like things popped up. I think it just adds a little something extra. So check that out. We just used that entire piece, and so now we didn't waste any Stampin' Ds. Man, that is like super cool. Those things rock. And I promise you, if you go to any craft store and you buy somebody else's dimensionals, you will be back to Stampin' Up! Because they rock. They're awesome, awesome, awesome. And I've seen it time and time again where ladies will come and they'll be sitting there, and you may have experiences too, and your friend next to you is using these fabulous little pop dots, and maybe you have some from the craft store, and it's just so funny because the ladies will say, oh, can I borrow a couple of those? And then they use them and they never go back. So anyway, what I've got now is I'm just going to stick this here on the side of my card. Check that out. See how perfect that is? So it worked out great. So I'm just going to stick all of these down, and that's 5. And then we'll go back and we will stamp our butterfly. Now, technically you could have stamped your butterfly first. I may have jumped the gun by putting the, pop dots and putting the circles on first. But the thing is what we're going to do is we're going to stamp our butterfly in orange first. So if the butterfly isn't perfectly stamped, it's not really going to matter because we're going to stamp it again in real red. And the reason that I did that is because, you know, I wanted it to kind of look like it was fluttering off the page a little bit. So that was the reason that I stamped it in the two different colors. It kind of creates that shadow effect. And you can do it with a lot of different, you know, stamps. You can stamp it in a color and then cut it out and pop it up. And you'll be quite surprised at how nice it'll turn out. Okay, so here we go. I just have this last one to take off. They are all off now. Perfect. Let's see that one. There we go. And I'm just going to stick that down like that. We'll stick this one down like this. And it looks like we have one that didn't get stamped. So let's stamp it. I'm not afraid. I know y'all are timing me though, so gotta watch and see how we're doing on time. All right, there we go. It's stamped. We have our circle. Let's stick this on there. Perfect. So now what we're gonna do, let's just stamp our butterfly. Butterfly is gonna kind of go off onto the side. I kind of liked it where it wasn't perfectly centered. But of course, if you like it perfectly, you know, centered, go right on ahead. It's entirely up to you. And then I've pulled out the Express Yourself, the thank you, because I have so many thank yous that I need to send. And I am looking forward to sending them out this week. So I need lots and lots of thank yous. So here is my red, my thank you from my Express Yourself. And I'm just going to stamp that right here in the corner. And I honestly thought that that turned out beautifully. I thought it was dainty enough, that it was small enough, and I just really liked it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and keep on trucking. All right, and then what we're gonna do, let's see, got two more to add. Here we go. Perfect. Now what we're gonna do, let's clean our little butterfly, and you should put juice on him. This is actually the Staz-on cleaner. I kind of like it. I like using the mist too, but I like using the Staz-on cleaner because it's pretty easy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp two butterflies in red, and then I'm going to cut them out for you. I've already cut out 8, and I did that because I knew that, you know, it would take a little bit of time, and there was absolutely no way that I could cut 8 butterflies for you and get these cards done in 20 minutes. So again, I did pre-cut them. But you know, this isn't necessarily how fast you can get your cards done, but more so about the process that you go through to do it. And many of us, when we make cards, we think about just that one card. And then afterwards, we're like, oh man, I should have made another one so I could put it in my stash and have an idea for later. Because you know, you don't always have to reinvent the wheel, just reinvent the idea, okay? So now check this out. I'm cutting butterfly number 2. And, you know, I do cut his body. I leave his bottom of his body intact, but I do kind of sort of cut off his head and his antennas. And the reason is because I've already stamped it in orange. So his antennas will actually be orange, which, you know, it didn't bother me one bit. And it's a lot easier than cutting around those antennas. You know what I mean? So we're going to take those. So here we go. I like to bend my butterfly. Just open up your pop dots, or I should say your mini glue dots, and just start sticking some butterflies on here. You certainly could pop these butterflies up if you wished. Whoop, I just lost one. You could pop them up if you wanted to, and you could pop them up with Stampin' Dimensionals, but I'm not going to do that today. I'm just going to go ahead and sort of, I liked it a little bit off center, but you could put it however you like it. If you don't really want to see that orange in there, then maybe you just don't do that step. You know what I mean? It didn't bother me, quite honestly, but it's entirely up to you. So there we go. And we've got a couple more butterflies here to stick on. Oh, I just love these cards. And again, for those of you that are watching and maybe you guys like purples, I think the next color that would be just fantastic is Wisteria Wonder and some eggplant. Would be awesome, awesome, awesome. So I hope that you guys give it a try. I have one that I did here in blues that I thought turned out fantastic too. So I'm excited to show you that one as well. And so I'll show it to you here at the end. And if you stay tuned, I will also show you an envelope. Now again, I haven't actually stamped an envelope, but I will show you, how I might stamp one if I did. Now it looks like I've ended up with an extra butterfly, so we'll just set him aside. Now what I would do is I have my jewel rhinestones, and I'm just going to go back in and stick one rhinestone on each of my butterflies. And I just think that that really finishes it off. Very, very pretty. So for those of you that, oh, I found where my butterfly goes. There it goes right there. So for those of you that you like to use the jewel rhinestones, some of you guys use poker tools. I've heard of various items and tools and things that you can use to put these on, but quite honestly, I just enjoy using my scissors. So I just use the tip of my scissors, and that is it. That's right. So we've got about 5 more of these to put on. And for those of you that really like the jewels and you really want to add some more to it, I'm going to show you how I added more on the original card. But quite honestly, I like it just the way it is too, with the butterfly as the focus. So you certainly don't have to add a bunch of jewel rhinestones, but it does look really cool if you do. So let me go ahead and get this last rhinestone up here. And then we are all done. We have finished 10 cards in 20 minutes. Take a look here. Here is 10 of them. Yay! I'm so excited. Did I make it? I hope I made it. So anyway, again, it's not about how fast you can do it, but it's more so about the process and how you do it and how I did it. And just having fun with it. They all do not have to be the same. Every card can be unique. And if you want to, kind of glamour it up a little bit more, definitely take and add some of your jewel rhinestones around the edges. It does add a little bit something extra. And one of my dear friends made this card for me, and she took and she actually went in here and showed me how to puff up the butterfly, and I thought it turned out gorgeous. And so Leah is going to do a Technique Tuesday, and she's going to show you guys exactly how she got the butterfly kind of poofy. So I will put a link to that website, to Leah's website, where you can see exactly how she did that. All right, so check this out before I go. This was Midnight Muse and Pool Party. Very, very pretty. I thought it turned out fantastic. The butterfly came from the Best of Butterfly sets, which is retired now. It ended in March. But anyway, it is a beautiful, beautiful card, and you could use any butterfly. You certainly do not have to use this particular butterfly. All right, so before I go, I know our cards are already done and our 20 minutes is up, but that's okay. I'm going to go in here. I've got an envelope. And let's just play with the envelope here really quick. We know what the card looks like, so let's see, what can we do? How about we stamp the back of the envelope? We'll do the flap, and I'll just add some really pretty swirlies around my flap. Let's see, and you might have to close your envelope, and let's see, let's close it and do a little bit right up in here. And I think I'll do one more. There we go. Oh, one more. I lied. There we go. Perfect. You guys see that? Very, very pretty. Here's the card. There's the envelope. Very pretty. And so then maybe what I would do is I would go in and put some red on my butterfly. You know what? Let's do this real quick. Let's just get tricky. This is called, well, let's check this out. We're going to ink it up in orange, and then we're going to sort of rock the edges in red. Okay, and let's just see what we get. Okay, so it's kind of a little bit of an orange, and then it sort of has the red coming through it. Very pretty, right? I love it. I think that's perfect stationery to go with your card, right? So anyway, I just want to thank you guys so much for stopping by Brandy's Cards, and I thank you all for your business, all for your friendships. I love getting your emails, and I so appreciate it. And I'm just, you guys inspire me to want to keep doing more. So if you would like, I would love to hear your comments and hear what colors that you try. I've got lots of cards here. Not only do I have 10 that I just made, but I have 10 more here. And so I will email you and ask you for your address, and then of course I'll send you a card. And for those of you that purchased during celebration, you can bet that you're going to get one of these. So thank you so much, guys, for stopping by, and I hope that you all have a great day.